on Insta and get people to come over. Hello, everybody. Welcome.
I'm definitely not still eating.
It's definitely not still eating.
Definitely not still eating. That's
hello. Welcome along. Please say a little hello in the comments. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Like
hello, willkommen, bienvenue.
And all you guys, Urban Reaper, all you guys that are watching on Insta, head over to YouTube. YouTube.
YouTube is where it's at. Head there. That's where all the cool kids hang out. Duck pancakes. Exquisite. So good. So good. So, how are you, mate?
Good. I thought yesterday was good. Obviously, we headed up to Splatoon for their airsoft boot sale. Considering the sort of sporadic rain, was really impressed. There was a lot of people there. All you people that tuning in on Insta, get over to YouTube. All the cool people are on YouTube. Do it now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go. Yeah, man. Obviously, I've been to a number of boot fairs. I'm sure as we all have, but I've never seen one that busy ever. Which was cool, right? It was good to see some people, lots of people milling about. It's a good day, gassing the people, chatting to new people, old people, having a sniff around some kit. Didn't buy anything, but sold a few bits. So, but yeah, it was a good day. Thoroughly enjoyed that, mate.
Yeah, me too. A lot of people there. Right, last warning for all of you on Insta. Get over to YouTube. It's much better. So you can find us, theheresygroup.com. Head over there now.
Oh, mate, easy. All the cool kids are here. Winks is here. Camo's there. Bulldozer Actual's here. Jungle Airsoft Dog's there. Radiophile, Mondo Muti. See, all the cool kids on YouTube. All the cool kids are watching YouTube. All of them. Parky, Wag1, what's happening, mate? Mr. Jamie Britt. Mike Amos, I've just seen your message come through, mate, just before I start the stream. So please, if you can bear with the stream, we will get to BallerTactical at some point, and hopefully that will answer all your questions, because we will be doing quite a big section on that tonight.
Yeah. Wow, 60 people watching. Please drop a like. Some of you 60, that'd be fucking awesome.
Go. Boop, 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 boop,
also, I want to try out this thingy on YouTube where you can put stickers up now. I didn't realise you could do it, but you can, and I'm excited about it. So I want to try it.
Are they our stickers?
You should be able to go into the chat and where the little cash icon is. Oh, let me find it. You should be able to do a super sticker. And there's some weird stickers in there. None of them really make sense to me, but I will try and find one that I don't know, is pretty cool. Be careful which one you select. Some of them are 50 quid. Fuzz in Jesus.
50 quid for a sticker?
Yeah, 50 quid for a sticker to go in the chat group. Oh my God.
50 quid?
Yeah, 50 quid. So just be very careful or really generous with your sticker selections.
That's a lit sticker, man.
Right, here we go. So I found one, the Heresy group. Send for 3 quid. See what happens. ATRG, thank you very much for coming over and joining us. That's really cool of you.
Mondo Muti's in there with the first sticker, mate. Thank you.
Oh, she's beat me. I don't even know if I've got a wallet in it. Right.
Radiophile's in there. Mate, you're too slow. You missed the boat. There are 2 people who've got stickers in already.
How are these guys doing them so fast? It's asking me for security code.
So shout out. What's your security code, mate?
11191. How do I do this? How does everyone set it up so quick? Right, fuck. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it now. I'm gonna have to do it another time. I need to set up my whole card. But people going in with the stickers.
Jamie just dropped a £50 sticker.
For God's sake, Jamie.
Jesus Christ. Dad.
Someone tell Jamie off. It's enough, Jamie. It's enough.
We thought the tattoo was a bad idea. This is terrible, right?
So Jamie's dropped a $50 sticker, €50 sticker on the stream.
God, more money than sense. Absolutely.
Way more money than sense. Jamie,
Incredible.
€50 sticker on the stream. What a boy. What a boy.
Absolutely outrageous. Well, they work well.
Crazy. Anyway.
So Robson's in here. Matt Allen's in here. Welcome, boys. Joel Milsom, what's happening, mate? I need to catch up with you about that thing you just, the text you sent us. I'll look into that. I hope everyone's good.
Wow.
Who else we got in here? Peter Curtis, caught up with him at the weekend. Good to catch up.
Good to see him yesterday. I haven't seen that face in a long time.
Long time, mate.
I thought he deserted us for good.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen him since he bought a shit gun.
Well, yeah, and made new friends.
He came to his senses, and I think he's all good now. I think he's back on the righteous path. He actually bought some mags the weekend, which did look very shiny and nice.
It did look shiny and nice.
Made these.
This crowd here,
awful, mate.
Just for you.
Look at it. Ugh, I think I need to change these. These are dank, mate. These things. Absolutely dank.
Jamie Britt dropping the big stickers. I will try and do one at some point throughout the night. Right. Jamie Britt, what a lad. Winks, how are you, mate? Pete, Jake, how are you? Ragerfile, glad. At least I think Ragerfile could probably do a profile on Jamie.
Yeah.
It's like crazy, man. But yeah, well, I was really impressed with yesterday. First time I actually got a chance to look around Splatoon 2, and got to say, is it a Milsim site? No. Is it a really fun-looking skirmish site? Hell yeah. Me and you have been to places before that have container areas, and it's normally 2 containers, right? And loads of other shit. Yeah. And that is a lot of big, long, stacked containers in lots of funky angles. Really cool. Nice,
cool little sort of like semi-urban, right? Kind of like
it's got enough there for it to be a little open, and like good areas for like cutting some angles, like you said, as soon as we got there, but also some really tight areas of like there's nothing but a container and open ground, and then something set back. So if you're going to transition between them 2 areas, you need to be really smart as either working with someone like cover and fire or smoke or whatever. I was really impressed. Really nice site, tiny. The guy who runs it, my height, my size, really nice guy. Really cool. Was really impressed.
Yeah, but I think the thing that I was impressed with Splatoon is obviously we've played it before, or I have, with some other boys, Brooksy and that lot. Is the ground, so it's kind of like a type 2, right? It's like a gravel site, so you can play that all year round. It's not going to like most woodland sites. Once it's wet, it's muddy and boggy, and you're slipping all over the place. We played and it was chucking it down, and the ground was solid. No mud, no nothing. Yeah, so it's a nice little. If you're a bit of a fair weather airsofter, you don't want to go to a knee and get your cries dirty. You can go there and you'll be fine. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah, so I must admit that was good. And it was good to get out and catch up with a load of people yesterday. Obviously, we've been working hard on the video shoots. And they went live this week. So they've done well, 1,000 views in a day, which I was super, super happy with. And a lot of people got this one. They kind of understood that this was not a tactician's wet dream. This was something cinematic,
I think hopefully, I think it's well received. Obviously, guys, let us know in the comments if you clock the video, either the video this was dropped at the weekend. If you liked it, if you'd like to see more of it, let us know in the comments, please, because obviously this is still a learning curve for us. We're doing these videos because we want to do them, not because there's a gap in the market or we think we're gonna land a big a supplier of kit over it. It's not that. We're doing it because we just love doing it. Big thank you to Matt as well for obviously all his input on this. Without him, it wouldn't be possible. So let's get that out there. But yeah, let us know what your thoughts, obviously, whether you got it, whether you didn't get it, whether you just went, man, it's all right, or whether you fucking loved it. Please stick a thumbs up or let us know. So we just love to get some feedback on that. But either way, we had a blast making it. I really had a good blast. Also, Robson, thank you, mate, obviously for your help as well. likewise, without that person, it wouldn't be possible. So
yeah, Robson killed it. Come down, annoyingly cool and calm as ever.
Always does, mate.
No fuss. So that was really cool. So thanks, Robson. We definitely owe you a beer for that. So I'm just having a quick look through some of the comments. I can't keep up. Richie, remember the white trainers over at Splatoon in the rain?
They will be making a return, mate. Don't you worry about that. Next week they'll be coming back out. You can't let a good joke die. Repetition is the key, right?
That's it. It's consistency, right? That's what we're gaming for. Seeing that Camo are in here, thank you very much for yesterday. It was really good to catch up with you guys. Caught up with some of the guys from Grey Fox and some of the Reaper crew and Dan Fu and all those guys that were there. So everyone that come over to say hello yesterday, some of the guys from Sog Jester as well. Everyone that bounced over to stick their head in yesterday, a massive thank you to all of you. It's always good to catch up with people.
Yeah. Like I say, and I think we bumped into a couple of new guys as well, and you know, it was good to sort of get chatting to them, you know, just on the level, not because normally when we go to an event or whether people come to our events, you know, we kind of, unfortunately, people know who we are. But I think it was just nice just to gas some people just at a stall. Do you know what I mean? Could have been anyone. So yeah, it was quite nice to just get out, because I think, let's face it, this whole lockdown thing has been a bit tough on everyone. And it was really good to get out and sort of mingle again, obviously within reason. Yeah, it's good weekend all round. Obviously, like you just said, mate, good catch up with the guys from Camo. Always such a laugh, mate, when we go around there. Always. Yeah,
Miguel is a constant stream of entertainment.
Yeah,
he truly is.
Yeah, definitely.
Going for a few then feedback on the video. Lots of people really got it. A few little bits of feedback, which I think is brilliant. But you need to do a few more to follow up. We agree, right? This was something experimental. We wanted to try. You know, shooting on the move, shooting a vehicle moving, shooting people moving, shooting on gradient, all of that sort of shit we've never done before. Like, we are
never done it.
Static reviewers in some cases. So with having Matt with us, who really does bring a massive skill set in production, was awesome. And we wouldn't have been able to get anywhere close to achieving this without Matt and people like Robson that come down and got stuck in with us. So it was awesome. We will do more. We have got some other stuff now beginning to stack up that's going to take priority for a little bit, like the Ruckus. And then some other dark, shady events kicking about in the background.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you say, mate, Ruckus is going to be our main focus now. I think it was Sam putting in how many people have booked on.
Fucking way more than I expected.
Literally, it almost pretty much sold out in a day, in 24 hours. Sorry. We had a bit of leeway on the numbers. We're not quite sold out yet. We're very close. Mind you, how many people booked up in the last sort of 4 hours? 3, 4?
Another 3 or 4. So I think
so. We are very close to topping out the numbers.
Super close to our upper limit. We said we'd have one cut-off area, and we've gone beyond that. We went beyond that in the first 24 hours ish. And then the upper number that we said, right, whoa, we need to start hitting that. We need to hit that. So we're super close, and I'm really, really excited. The caliber of player is off the chart. Me and Richie have spent some of today trying to work out how the fuck we're going to play, because we don't want to miss out. We're just trying to work it like, if I stand, because I just, it's going to be crazy. I
know, mate. I was fettling with some kit today, and I was looking at it going, like, a bit pissed off, because I was like, all this kit, I want to play with it, but I just don't know if we'll get time. I really, if we can, I'd love to at the Ruckus, but you know, being realistic, really, we have to be realistic with it. Like any event, you know, you guys are paying customers. You know, we've got to put on a good show for you guys. You know, we're not silly. It's a laid back event, right? Everyone turns up, blows the cobwebs off, gets the dust off, as a right old tear up, and you know, a good day with it. But at the same time, if we just sat back and no, just do what you want, it's not, you know what I mean? That's not our bag, not a bag at all. Yeah. So we really, you know, and this is why I think a few guys have been asking us, are we going to do the trees? Love to. I would absolutely love to do the trees, but it's the week before our event, and we can't realistically commit to a second event when ours is just around the corner. We really want to focus on getting everything spot on. And bob on,
right. So I'm just going back through the comments because there's been some that have been hidden because they have profanity in.
Yeah, watch your profanity.
Watch out, profanity. Also, for some reason, that if you put 2 green circles in next to one another, like the nods view, it blocks it for some reason. So
Really?
clearly YouTube doesn't like nods. Just saying.
Well, that's a lie.
So someone asking about stands, like what stalls are going to be there. It's something we're working on at the moment. We've tried to get coffee and food vendors down, and to be quite honest, a lot of them have actually said no, that they're not doing any vending of anything to large crowds until September. And we kind of understand that because they've got the biggest risk that if there's any form of contamination, they are fucked.
And that's their business. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's their business gone. So we spoke to a few people. We're working on it. Camo's going to be there. They're 100% confirmed. They will have all of the shit that you're going to need. If you want to buy something from Camo and collect it on the day, you can. Also, if you want pyro and BBs, please talk to them beforehand to avoid any disappointment, because the people that we've got going and the type of events, they're going to be super pyro heavy. So I don't want someone like Brooksy rolling in with a suitcase of money and buying everything that Camo has.
All the pyro, because he will.
He will. He'll do it just for fun.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think so. It would be very sensible, guys, like I say, because there will be stuff available on the day. Of course there will. But if you were to pre-order it, it just means you're guaranteed it, right? Because whatever's there on the day is there on the day. So like Tim says, if someone rolls up, like Mike Marden, for instance, and goes, I want 100 mortar rounds, or I want 52 smokes, you know, then it leaves everyone a bit short. So please, if you want pre-orders, speak to Camo. Just send them an email or whatever, or a message.
Camo can also and will have a limited stock of tag stuff. So tag rounds and bits and bobs. You have to speak to them about what they've got coming in. We had an email back from Tag today, and we know that they've got stuff coming, but they've been very limited on supplies and whatever, because factories have been shut where they are. And actually the corona is actually getting worse where they are quite right now. Like the lockdown's beginning to have a second wave. So because of that things have been a little bit slow. So again, chase them up. Yeah.
Jamie, we can't make the Ruckus, but with you in spirit. Jack and Coke. Yeah, well, when we said about the caliber of player, mate, obviously that's why you're not coming. No, we're just kidding, mate. Wish you were here, obviously. But hopefully we'll make something work, and you know, for the upcoming events that we got, whether that's training or something else.
Yes. Robson, I'll be selling Gucci gear from my boot as usual. He is our #1 Del boy. Robson will have probably stuff available. Hobbit, there was no mention of LMGs. LMG is an AEG. Am I wrong there? Do LMGs fall into a different category? I don't know. Am I wrong?
I think only if if there are buildings, which it will be semi-auto inside a building, right?
Yeah.
But there's no buildings at the quarry.
Yeah. So it goes under the AEG rules.
Yeah.
Under 370, and obviously you can put as many rounds down as you like. And you can do what you want with it. No MED on LMGs. Fucking hell. There's only an MED on DMRs, which we know are becoming the black sheep, and snipers, they're allowed as well. But again, they're all going to be chronoed. The chrono is going to be run by Camo to stop any biased.
So there's there's no cheating there. Obviously, Camo, if anyone's going to know a hot gun, then Camo will. So there's no cheating there at all. So obviously, we've Tim's seen the list of people that are attending, that are booked on, and we'd like to think anyone that's on that list is trustworthy. I think so. We don't think anyone would take the piss. We really don't. But just we've got to say it, guys. This is a highly trustworthy game, just like any airsoft game. But obviously, we like to think down here in the southeast, our community is quite small, quite cliquey. Everyone knows everyone. Everyone gets along for the most part.
Apart from me.
Unless you sell fucking orange and black badges and shit caps, then get in the sea. But
yeah. Your outdoor brand that sells nothing but fucking
but yeah, so you know, it's really it's not the top time and place to be cheating chronos and shit like that, you know.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. And again, you know, we're not having any exceptions on platforms or anything like that. If it's hot, you can't use it. If that's your only gun for the day, we're sorry, but you know, you need to make sure that you're going to conform to the rules. Everyone that has booked on will be getting an email. Now, we was planning on doing an email towards the end of next week to kind of rile things up and to let people know they've booked on. But now, because we're so close to the cap, we're going to wait to hit the cap and then we're going to email everyone the further details. Realistically, no HPA. We're not entertaining it at all. Please don't bring them down. Don't expect to, you know, roll up to chrono with your HPA rig. We're not allowing them. It's nothing against the technology. I know loads of people have said that. I don't like the way that they're competition locked. Me and Richie have both seen loads of bullshit with them. We're not interested. Don't bring your HPAs. In regards of, you know, things on the day, weapons that you can use, types of weapons, whatever, use what you want. Out on the ground, you can pretty much carry as much as you want to carry. So if you want to take your sniper, your Mark 46 and your DevGru and rocket launcher and your mortar tube, and you want to carry it all out on the ground with you, you are more than welcome to. Yeah,
likewise, we're not putting any limits on. We're not putting any limits on ammo or pyro. So if you want to carry 6,000 rounds out on the ground with you and just sit there like, change your box, mate, go for it. Do you know what I mean? Likewise with pyro, like you said, Tim, if you want to sit there and just throw 36 bangs one after the other, knock yourself out. You know, just the main rule of thumb is with anything, just don't be a dick. That's it.
Yeah, really. Yeah. You know, if someone's hit and you're getting, you know, you're still clapping them, you know, just rinse off the trigger for a bit, let them move, let them get out of the way.
How many people you got watching?
91.
So let's say, for instance, that out of those 91, most of the people attending are watching, or if not, they can watch this back. So some of the big things to think about on the day. So as much as we try to get food and drink down there, just don't think it's going to happen. We're still trying, but I don't think it's going to happen. So guys, please bring your own food and a shed ton of water with you, please. Because if it's anything like the weather that we've had recently, it's going to be baking, and I'm not going to be, you know, taking a piss on anyone, you know, so that I can try and rehydrate them back from a Rice Krispie. Toilets wise, you know, it's a working quarry. There is no toilets there. Lads, obviously, we're pretty all right. Unfortunately, for any ladies attending, it might be a bit difficult. So if you've got any issues or questions about going to the toilet at the quarry, if you're concerned, please drop us a message. You know, if you don't want to come, that's fine. You know, no hard feelings. As far as med rules concerned, guys, with tourniquets, if you want to bring them, bring a tourniquet. If you just want to bring a bandage, bring a bandage. It's a super simple med rule. It's going to be, you get hit once, you self-apply the bandage, right?
Yes.
And then,
sorry, I'm just reading through the comments. Yeah, if you get hit, you can self-med, or someone else can medic you. But once you've, I'll let you roll into it. But
So you either self-med or you get someone else to med you, right? If you get hit a second time whilst you got your bandage on your arm, back to respawn. It's really as simple as that. We're trying to keep things stupid simple because we want to maximize trigger time. You know, so other than that, that's kind of the main rules that we want to get out there to get you guys get your head round. Times and stuff will all be in the emails once you're booked on.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we don't want to be playing everything out to everyone. Again, you'll get everything come through, the exact location and site, what facilities are available, what are the minimum expectations on the day. Obviously, iPro, without count. If people want to wear face masks in regards of protection from BBs, they can. If you want to wear a face mask from a COVID perspective, like a medical face mask, you are more than welcome to. No one's going to sort of frown on it by any means. If you feel more comfortable wearing one, please wear one. In regards, like I said, facilities on site will cover it. Yeah, lots and lots of stuff. Look, we'll cover it all in the email. People that are asking and DMing me now about spaces left, all I will say to you is book on, get booked on tonight, because I have a very strong feeling with the messages that I've got coming through and my phone going off. People are booking up. I'm not bullshitting, we're 4 or 5 places away from our top cap. So if you are considering coming, just get booked on. This isn't a ploy to get more people there. We've literally hit numbers that we never fucking expected by any means. Really, literally to the point where I couldn't open PayPal. So, Tim, DM me your account info because I've got work through today. Mate, go to the fucking post. Don't be a lazy cunt. Everyone else has managed to do it. Man said Shiwi. Mate, Shiwi's for the win.
Shit, mate.
If you're a girl and you're attending, please Shiwi.
Definitely. I'd try and fit the dick in it, for sure. Yeah,
I'd have a go. We do have a few girls booked on. So just something to consider, girls. There is, as we've said, there is no toilet facilities at all on site. It's very low. So if you do need to dip off and go to the toilet, we'll find somewhere where you can go and someone's not going to spy on you. But there is no, sort of hard standing facilities there.
Jeff Fitzy, cold Pop-Tart sausage rolls. Done, mate.
It's the airsoft breakfast, right?
Breakfast of champions.
Happy to help the women who need a pee. Winks. Well, there you go. You can have a Scott come and hold your bits for you. Robson, stop it. Stop pulling on it. Dan Goulding, the range sells shiwis for cheap. Selling pink buckets. There you go.
Yeah.
You ladies need. I'm sure that there'll be some chivalrous gentlemen that will let you pee in their hat, helmet, pants.
Hold the bucket for her while she takes a shake. And literally just with a pair of scissors to cut it off on the way out.
Just snip the top off. So if there is any more questions, guys and girls, obviously please feel free to throw them in. If it's something you don't want to ask on here, DM Richie, DM me, we will get back to you. If you've got mates that want to book on, if you've got friends that haven't booked on yet, please get the fuckers to do it, because once we hit that upper limit, I'm really will then be concerned about having that many people on the site. It is going to be fucking crazy as it is. So, get your mates, friends, driver, whoever else is in your squad that hasn't booked up yet, bang the tenner over. They're locked in then and they can come down. If you're unsure on the date that you can make and all those sorts of things, just get booked on and then we can work stuff out in the future. Yeah,
because obviously all the time on the live stream, we're not going to be checking DMs and stuff. So if you DM us going, oh, mate, can you book us on? Is my I've sent the money over. Or give us your PayPal details. It ain't gonna happen. Just get booked on. Just go to the post. Read everything's on the post. Everything's there. Because you'll be surprised the amount of questions. Like same, you probably the same, Tim.
Yeah.
We put the post up about the event, and then the amount of people I had messages from going, well, where is it? What time is it? What do I do with this? How do I do this? What's that? What's this? And it's like it's all on the post. So please, if you're not sure, just go back and read the post.
Yeah, very simple. Please. It's very, very simple. We've tried to make it as simple as possible. On the day, again, for all of that information, we will email out to people and you'll get a full list of stuff. Again, any questions after that, me and Richie are available on Instagram. But again, with people that are booking on, Jesus Christ, my phone. So, people are booking on. So, if you've got friends, just chase them up. You can book multiple people in one go, Pegasus. If you have got more than 3 people, I would do it within the next hour, because so we have had some emails from before, but since I've been on, I now have 34 and a text. So I get a few emails that come through in a response, and then one from PayPal and then one because it's being transferred between 2 accounts. So people are signing up right now. So if you've want to book multiple people on, get it done. And you can do it in the notes of the payment, put everyone's first and last name, and then an email where I can send the further details. If it's just one email address and 3 first and last names and 30 quid, do it. That's fine. We have had them come through. but obviously you're going to then rely on, you know, that person's email to get sent the information and to relay that information on. But Pegasus, you can, if you book him up, you can get it done.
Big Matthew D, or Richie, what gun rack you using? It's homemade, mate. So literally, it's just old pallet wood that I sprayed up.
You get so many questions about that.
I know. Literally, just straight planks, 2 vertical planks, nailed together with some just some black bathroom hooks, mate. That's all it is. Strategically placed, and yeah, it works really well. Just leave them outside for 6 months, get it all weathered. She'll look golden, mate.
Ready to go. Fuck. I'm going to have to move this. It's so often. Okay, so that's the Ruckus covered. If you have any more Ruckus-focused questions, just to get that out of the way, whack them in, and we'll try and get to them. Yeah. If there's anything else, DM us. So, Richie, let's address the elephant in the room. Or should I go and get a beer first?
I mean, this gin ain't gonna last long. I'm trying to make it last because I'm running out of Roku. You see, running out.
Oh, Roku's such a good gin.
Right,
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to quickly grab a beer, and then I will come back and we will talk about night vision.
When you get back, tag me in, and then I'll go and get one.
Done.
So, Sam, I'm selling pallets. Sam, what aren't you selling, mate? And if it costs anywhere near as much as your lid, mate, not interested. Not interested. So bumped into Sam and all the other Reaper boys, which is really nice at the booth there. Sam had a quite a nice looking fucking helmet. Oi. But it was 120 quid. I'm sure the Vietnam era helmets are worth that, but it didn't look it. Definitely didn't look it as much as you tried to sell it to me. Right, so go for some of his comments. Ruckus, if we get poor weather, will we have an area for Basher gazebo? Yes, mate. I think we will have. I would recommend everyone, you know, that's not prepared to bring some kind of basher or something, some kind of, Jesus, that was lightning. So I would recommend everyone to bring some sort of basher, if nothing else, to cover their kit up with, right?
Yeah.
Just saying, if we get really bad weather, Ruckus. So bring a basher, just something to throw over your kit. There will be some sort of hard standing or some sort of area that we can squeeze everyone under. Shipping containers, etc. we can duck into if it's absolutely belting down. That being said, your skin's waterproof, you're not made of sugar, get the fuck out there. But I would say cover your kit. That's the one thing I would say. Let's get that sorted. You tried rhubarb gin? No, I can't stand rhubarb. Just the sight of it makes me feel sick. Tim Ritchie, do you regret being cheapskates by not getting good white phosphor like me? Jamie, I'm probably going to keep my mouth shut on this because when I see you're going to get a slap from me and Tim. No, mate, because honestly, for what you pay for yours, mate, I could have bought DTMVGs. Not that they're worth that, but I probably could have done.
Okay, Richie, go and read gin.
Hey?
Do your gin, and then we'll get into the night vision.
Right, let me smash this. I'll go grab a beer. Brooksy, the weather at Corey is always mad. Yes, mate. Brooksy's been there as many times as we have. So, yeah, it is crazy, man. I'm selling tarpaulin. Fucking love Urban Reefer, mate. Sam, I'm after a left foot Nike Air high top in white. Just a left foot, size 10.
Mate, he'll have one somewhere.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, the quarry weather is crazy. Also, if it's hot, it's so dry there. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Right, let me go grab a beer. I'll be right back.
Boom. Okay, so yes, night vision time. Yeah, it's good to talk about it because we've had a lot of questions, and we've been waiting a long time to go through and do this whole upgrade, and that's why a lot of you are here. And I'm hyped, very, very excited about it. It's taken us a long time to get it sorted. Are you feathers? Sam, are you selling fucking oxygen? Yeah, Sam sells everything. He's a wheeler and dealer. Anthony Sims, Richie saw on post somewhere about 2 years ago. You said you had a functioning repro. He's back already. Jesus, that was fast.
It's not very cold. I had to literally shop and buy a crate, so it weren't in the fridge. Right.
Just go through the questions.
That's where we're going then, Foot Locker. Sweet. Let's do it.
So we're asking about your pet too, Richie.
Anthony we still posted on about 2 years ago. You said you had a functional repro pec 2. Any chance you still got it and want to shed it? Yes, I still have my pec 2. It is a real still functioning. Now I always get confused with the numbers. I don't know if it's a 2 or a 2A. I think it's a 2A. I think so. I'm getting the light. Woo! Yeah. So you have illuminator, so you can turn it for flood or spot to make it like bigger, or let's say flood or spot. Illuminator, pointer here, sorry. But the good thing about this, I don't know if you can hear it or not. The actual wingage and elevation have such positive detents, and Tim will tell you this is
it's a bit of kit.
It's been zeroed in.
Oh, did we lose Richie or have we lost me? One of us have lost connection. Not sure who it is. Oh, he's back. 1431 time, baby. It is. Oh, he's back. Richie.
I'm here, mate.
Yeah, I can just about hear you. I've got loads of echo.
I literally saw the Wi-Fi signal symbol disappear. I was like, oh, that's gone then. Yeah, so Anthony, mate, inbox me if you want, because obviously it's not going to lie to you, it's a little bit beaten up, it's well used, but completely still functional.
Definitely fun. Right.
I will be using it this coming Saturday as well, so hence why it's on this gun.
Yeet.
Yeah, boy.
So, let's talk about these things.
Do
you want to go first, Richie?
Huh?
Do you want to go first?
Yep, just trying to get them here.
Also, guys, if you can hear that bit of echo, let us know in the comments. If it's really bad, we'll turn the volume down a touch. See if that helps. But we've got quite a bad echo.
So yes, there we go.
And so I have run a Gen 3 mono since 2016, the start of it. And I've now gone over to duals. I think there's stuff to talk about there for you guys that run monos currently, and depending on what quality mono you've got as well. Richie's run duals since that time, so if we just talk about back to that period.
So when have you had yours from?
It was January 2016.
Yeah, so I've had duals since 2014.
Yeah.
14, 15, I think. Yeah. Because there's a funny story about me going and picking them up.
How funny. I need to know how funny the story is.
Right, let me try this, mate.
Right, I will come out of this and come back in. Let me try and get rid of this echo. Sorry, guys.
Right.
Is that any
Let's see
better? Oh, it's gone.
It's me, mate. I think it's this. I'll have to stick this in and be done with it. So yes, obviously, Tim, you've had your mono since what, 2016?
Yeah.
I've run duals since 2013, 2014. But before that, I've always run. So I run PVS 7s. So anyone that knows 7s is a single objective, right, and then 2 eyepieces. So I've always run 2 eyepieces.
Yeah.
So I've kind of skipped the curve there a little bit. But I know there's such a big debate for monos and duals. You know, some people love monos and get on with them really well. Other people think, and think that duals are an absolute waste of money, time and money. Whereas some people can't get on with the mono because of all sorts of stuff, headaches and whatever, and have to go to duals. But that's a whole other story, right?
Yeah, yeah. I was quite happy with a mono for quite a while, and I always said to myself that I would only ever upgrade when I found something that was truly, and not just from a performance perspective, but from a build perspective, from a legality perspective, and we're not going to go too far into that, but you guys are going to know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But they had to tick every single box or I was never going to upgrade.
Yeah.
So I think that was like really important for me, that the only reason I was going to upgrade is when something truly ticked every fucking box. And I've essentially waited 3 years. I've had the money, just waiting for the right product to come up. And it's up until now that I truly feel really happy that I've made the right choice.
Yeah, and so like you said, mate, you was very lucky with your unit. The tube was really nice, was really bright and clear. I remember the first time you got it, mate, because you was so unsure about buying this thing online and off this private seller. And when you turned it on, I was like, "Fuck, this tube's amazing!" Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So bright and clear. Likewise, the only reason I've ever wanted to step away from my Ambis was because we all know Ambis, they're not the most robust. Although saying that, I run mine for 6 years and never had an issue. Never broke them. I've bounced them off door frames, done all sorts of stupid shit with them, and they've been solid, haven't broken. Yes, there's a bit of flex in them, and they do feel fragile, but they're not, right? The only reason I come away from those was because if for whatever reason I dropped them, smashed them, broke them, split the bridge, right, I know it's going to cost me a lot of money, 2-3 grand, plus upwards, to get a new body for those, because at the time, until literally just recently, DTMVGs were the only place, Acting Black was the only place to get a replacement body, and you're talking 3-4 grand, I think. So yeah, I mean, for me, mate, obviously I know the only reason you want to upgrade was to get a better tube, if the tube was better than your one, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I was quite happy with my tubes. They weren't amazing, but they weren't horrible either, But what I wanted was a super solid, like, do you know what I mean? Like, really solid housing that if I did drop this and smash it, I know parts are so readily available because they are completely 14 compatible, right?
Yeah. So that's 14. I'm just reading through some of the comments. Again, N17, message me what you've read, because you said this before, and obviously we read one comment on Reddit that was from a long time ago. So I've read about this water moisture leaks, but I can't understand it. And from speaking to a few people about that as well, they don't get it either, because at the end of the day, it's a PVS 14 fixing to the housing. So from there.
So without going too much into it, these can be nitrogen purged, right?
Yeah.
Which means it's a sealed unit. So if you nitrogen purge these, they're sealed, which means you cannot get water into them. Now, what they're saying is it's that the battery compartment here is connected to the rest of the body. So it's nitrogen purged until you
take the battery out.
Until you change the battery, then you lose the nitrogen purge. But as you can see, it's got a nitrile O-ring on it anyway, right? That red O-ring.
Yeah.
Which, like I say, not disbelieving you, but you know, how can you nitrogen purge something if it's not a sealed unit? You know. But
apparently leaks through the turn-on dial.
Mm.
Oh, I just can't fucking see it.
Yeah, don't know.
I mean, obviously, test it for ourselves. But the dial is not a dial; it's a push button.
Yeah.
So
it's a push button.
Hard function in there. It's a press of a button. So again, we don't know. I'll have to run it out, but the stuff that I'd read one comment on the 1431 Reddit, and it just didn't hold any weight. So I think there's a lot of people also throwing shade to this body because of the pricing of it and because of the market that it takes up. So if you're any of the Acting Black guys, you know, that is going to put a damage there. Also, you know, when they release their Anvis version of the body, so their 40 or like the 31 Anvis, that's going to, you know, completely dominate the market where people have got Anvis, because you can literally just take your front and rear lenses off and then put it in. But that's the point.
But like N17 says, he says you're only repeating what actors mentioned. It's only negative.
Says it.
It's the only negative that's stopping me pulling the trigger on them. So, like you just said, Tim, you know, actor going to say that because it's a direct competition to their DTMVG bodies, which is double the price, right?
Over double, yeah.
Over double. So, I mean, but like you say, like N17 says, and we're saying, you know, we're not standing behind this going, oh my God, it's the best thing, it's completely waterproof, because we haven't actually put these through the test yet. And, you know, guys, we will never put our name to something unless, you know, if this dies in a couple of months when I've had it in the water, they'll be going in the fucking bin. You know, we are true to our word. If something's shit, we'll let you know that shit, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, jury's out. Are they waterproof? Honestly, don't know. Like, truly waterproof? Don't know.
Yeah.
Couldn't say.
There's a few things for me that, because when I read it, I was like, well, it's a replica of the 31 body, right? And the 31 body has an exposed Lemo port, which was one of the concern areas. And that's a submersible unit. So there's obviously no ingress from that port. It's just exposed. The actual hinge mechanism on it has no ingress. No, because it's sealed with a bar through it. So the ingress points would only be really the battery cap, and because the back is sealed. So for me, I've just looked at it logistically. So I don't know. In regard to the purging, essentially, if you seal off the battery unit with epoxy, you purge the rest of the unit. So that's what we've been told. So when you undo the battery, it doesn't lose the purge, because the purge, essentially, you just epoxy the base. Now, people that are concerned about the epoxy in units, PECs, PEC 2s, LA5s, and most units that are out there, including all the boards on 18, PVS 18s, which is submersible, are epoxied. It's not anything other fancy than that. So,
and you know, that being said, obviously, like Anvis have got most of their stuff, you know, exposed. All their boards, you know, the detent pins that actually run power through them are all exposed to the elements. And I've had that thing out in gopping rain. You know, look at our last night vision event, and they've always worked fine. You know, realistically, so body wise, tube wise, they're no different to this. You know, so you're only, like you said, mate, the only other water ingress point is the battery cap. So you know, and again, like you said, mate, if Acting Blacks are saying it, you know, there's a reason why they're saying it.
Again, if they've tested it, I mean, the other thing for me is that this was written about, this body and unit, where I read about it first by the Firearms blog, and the Firearms blog, and the writer of that gets his hand on every Gucci bit of kit imaginable. If you are looking for 1431's, I highly recommend you go and read it. Just put in 1431 review, and then go to one of the top listings. It's called the Firearms Blog. It's a very, very well written piece. Probably take you about 20 minutes to read with a cup of tea, and they directly compare it to the DTVNG and they compare it to the 31s, which is well worth reading. I think if they found any form of issue with it at that point, it would have been raised. Now the DTVNG body is more expensive, and there is one part about the DTVNG body after me and Richie got our hands on them that kind of put me off almost instantly. Now I've got quite a small head, and when I bring my nods down, I bring them down, but I also like having the diopters set. So the diopters, or whatever they are, the pupillary adjusters are here. So you can see that little turn screw, and then it pushes the screw through to there. And essentially what that does is when you fold them together, it stops it at a certain point, so that they're right in front of your eyes.
And if you have this right out,
it doesn't have that, so you can essentially
go further
close them all the way in. That exactly like that. So this winds all the way in, right? Yeah, like that, and it will go to there, right? Yeah.
If I wind this all the way out, that will now go to there.
Yeah.
So, and it really comes down to, like you were saying, Tim, how you like to run them. Some guys, when those the guys that run duals, so you have the two tubes. Some guys like to run them here, so the tubes just clip. Some guys like to run them so they overlap a little bit. Some guys like to run them so they completely overlap, and you've almost got like almost like a figure eight, you know. So that's down to personal preference, but. And I'll let you, sorry, Tim, I'll let you carry on with that. Right. But the reason for them, you know?
Yeah.
But like I say, these have them.
I hate trying to explain things to people twice. It's really annoying. So it's purgeable, but it doesn't hold a purge. No. When people have purged them, they've leaked through the battery cap area. So if you have the battery cap sealed, because it's got an O-ring on it, no air gets out, so you can purge it. Then what people have found is they undo the battery lid, and then the purge begins to leak. So the way of fixing it so that it can be fully purgeable is to epoxy the battery area or battery compartment so that it can be completely purged.
So you isolate
enough, because that's quite annoying.
So you isolate the battery pack from the rest of the body, right?
Yeah.
So what we're saying is you epoxy and separate the battery pack from the rest of the body. So when you purge the body, every time you open the battery pack will be to atmosphere, but the rest of the body will not. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, no. I wonder if Cal Lee is actually from Acting Black. Isn't it still a Chinese knockoff with a risk of L3 coming after you eventually? Coming after me? No, definitely fucking not. Not with the amount of EOTech clones that are floating around out there, right? Anyway, not too sure you can call it knockoff when it has a significant update on the 31. Yeah, it does have a significant update on it. It's slightly different. The way that the polymer's done, it doesn't have the bridging down the outside of the body. So although it's called a 31, the actual bridge compartment is very similar to a 31, but the area that holds the lenses, these bits, so if you look at these, they have little ridges on them on 31s, and the body is actually much slimmer. So no, L3 are not going to come after you. There won't be a patent raised because it's not 95 point whatever it is to cause a patent. Anyway, isn't Acting Black saying that because they probably tested one? They're probably saying it because it competes with their product and it's half the price.
Yeah. And whether they did or they didn't, you know, someone as big as Acting Black, why someone as big as Acting Black slagging off a private, you know, a small little company making 4031s unless they're concerned about the competition?
Yes. You know? Anyway, so moving on. GF32, if I'm not wrong, there's a French company that makes ones that are leaking. Let's not talk about them, Mr. 32. Anyway, so there is, Baller is using the Argus bridge. It's the Argus company that created these in the very beginning. They're working on some really, really cool stuff that we're hyped about. So I'm just going to quickly blitz through my point. Anyway, I obviously ran the mono and I ran it for a long time, and I got to a point where I knew that there would be potential problems with me traveling with my mono because a version of my unit, a version of the GT14 is ITAR. And so there could be potential risk with taking it outside of the country. Now, me and Richie have always wanted to travel, and we've always wanted to do Spain, Berlin, and we've wanted to do other events that are overseas since the very first part of THG. So Richie came on the channel when it was Random Trashy, and we talked about playing abroad, and we both said we both would love to do it. And we're still super keen on going abroad. Not being able to have all the toys that we know and love, for me, was really, really important, that whatever unit I got next, I was capable of traveling with. And so that means a receipt, that means legit tubes and a legit body. So it was one of the key things in going to Echoes. So that was one of the big reasons. And I said, if I ever went over to, Jules, I would want the maneuverability of being able to flick a tube up, because obviously so used to running a mono, and I do like getting the eyes down my razor, especially at night. It works really, really well. And we spoke about that before. So I wanted the flexibility of a platform, unlike something like Anvis or Sentinels or Mod Freeze or anything like that, where you don't have that capability of flicking it up. At the same time, I was not willing to pay Acting Black prices. Now, my number has always been thrown about by loads of other people, but I was genuinely quoted €26,000 for my Acting Black build. When you had to email them when they took their shop down, I said to them what I wanted. They come back with that, and I was like, fucking hell, like, it's ridiculous. And then the lower model was still around the €18,000 mark. Again, completely, beyond where I felt comfortable spending money. Now, I do understand why their prices are there now. I'm more educated, but because Photonix tubes are super expensive, but it really put me off Acting Black and the DTVNGs. Now I don't feel as bad because I know the tube pricing, but also the interaction that I've personally had with them. We saw them at Enforced Tack or IWA or one of them, and we were talking to someone about night vision, and they literally just blanked us. I walked over to the stand to talk to them, and they just literally just stood and fucking ignored me. So at that point, I was sort of done, to be completely honest.
And I mean, if they want to focus on military, contracts and stuff like that, fine, go for it. But then don't push shit into the civilian market.
Yeah,
that's what I'd say. Like, don't expect to get sales in the civilian market if you're not going to give them the time of day. So just going through some of the comments then.
I just don't know which body Baller is using. Would be good to know. This one, mate. That's what he's using. It's the 1431 body. That's what he uses.
Can you clarify which tubes they use? BallerTactical info suggests they are Anvis tubes. Note the Echo tubes, mate. He does a variety of Echo tubes.
I think he's talking about the size. So
size. Sorry, right.
In tubes, the common tube number is 10 MX 10160s. That's what tube fits in there.
There you go.
Yeah, you can take Anvis tubes and put them in there. Same as previous 14 and 15s and 31s and Mod 3s, Rugged R's. They all use 10 160s. Yeah. So you can put them tubes in.
OC BLTY, are you keeping hold of your old units, or are you offsetting the cost against them? Both myself and Tim, obviously our units sat us in a fair bit of wedge for each one. So yeah, we sold those and offset them against the cost of these. So, we're obviously in a slightly better place than if you bought these outright brand new, but it's still a fair bit of wedge to sort of just slap on top,
Yeah.
But it does help. If you've got some collateral, some nods to sell or part exchange, yeah, it definitely helps.
Baller, obviously, because of his connections, can potentially take units off you if you've got units, but 9 times out of 10, you will buy them off him. Robson in here with a really, really good point. One of the key reasons that we went down this route is because Photonix Echo tubes are classed as Generation 2 tubes. and they can be taken anywhere within Europe.
Yeah.
They can also be
Anywhere.
taken outside of Europe if you choose to do that. But the events that we are looking at currently are within Europe. As long as you have a proof of purchase of the tube, which we do, obviously, and you have your receipt with you. Now, that can be a digital copy or a physical copy, but we'll be taking all our paperwork with us.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, you know, obviously we've always been very, very cautious about traveling for two reasons. One is obviously the nod's getting damaged. Again, having spares readily available for this and not too difficult to come by, it puts my mind, you know, immediately at ease, because I know that if I break one of these, it'll be a piss off, but I can get the parts, you know. Trying to trawl the internet for, you know, I've seen Ambis bodies go for sort of $2,000 just on their own. Do you know what I mean? So having parts readily available is a massive plus point. And like Tim says, you know, if we want to go abroad now, I'll feel much more comfortable knowing that these are completely legit, completely legal, with all the paperwork. And if Mr. Custom goes, what the fuck are those? I hand him a piece of paper and say, I bought them from this company. It's got this inside it, and they're all completely legal. So it's just having that squeaky cleanness, right? Being able to confidence to go where you want, do what you want. Kind of how Winks must feel every day, right? That kilt on.
Do you plan to update your FMA? No, I wouldn't. And I confirmed it the other weekend. So me and Richie were hanging out here with a lad who brought down his Team Wendy, and I compared it to the bump. And I was like, do you know what? If it's that much better, I'll just buy one, right? And the other weekend, I had to look at another Wendy, and there is such little difference between the two of the FTP infill or XTP infill lid from Team Wendy and this. I would never bother. If it really failed on me, I would get rid of it. But this lid for me has been absolutely bang on. It's got a really nice comfy lining kit. The adjustment works for me. The strap is adjusted perfect, so it sits nicely under my chin. It's nice and comfy. And this mount, being the FMA mount with these nods in, has absolutely zero movement on it once it's locked down. So once it's locked in, so let's tilt this back up. It has no movement, but they don't move at all. They don't move. They rattle right side to side in the mount. I'm just going to try and show you this. There's no movement at all. None. Not one bit. So, you know, I would be spending an extra couple of £100 for having a Wendy lid. And as long as shit works with me, I'll use it. I'm not itching to be head to toe in real steel kit and all that. If something works, I'm fucking happy with it.
Do you know what? I mean, I'll keep looking at yours, Tim, and I know FMA do a version without the vents in the top.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
But for me, you know, the only difference is like, I love yours, but obviously all my accessories are, you know, sort of RIS mounted, Picatinny mounted.
Yeah.
So I would then have to replace all my accessories. I've also got the 300 with white and eye on that side.
They do a little adapter that comes with the lid for free.
Do they?
It's like a little RIS rail that slides in there.
What, one or two?
Well, I've got one here. So if you've got a black lid, you can have my one, or you could just spray it.
Because obviously,
I think it comes from one for each side. They're like a little bolt and then a little bit of RIS rail.
Because my dial is fucked, mate. It doesn't hold shit. It doesn't hold anything. But yeah, just going off the back of what Tim says. Obviously, it took me ages for my mount to turn up from fucking Helmet World, fucking thing. But it finally got here. And again, this is the FMA CNC aluminium Wilcox LG 424. And honestly, yeah, super happy. Hardly any sort of there's a little bit in there, a little bit of wobble, tiny bit of side to side, but hardly.
I've got some grub screws for you. See them holes in the top?
But that's in that. It's from this block to these.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I've got two little tiny grub screws that go in them holes, like these. So I've got the same on here. It just means you can't slide it back and forth quickly.
No, I've done that.
In there. See, I've got nuts in mine.
Yeah.
And you tighten it down, it takes all that wobble out. Look.
Because what I do is I like mine super close to my face. So I run mine here, right, like that.
Yeah.
Which means I can't flip them up like that. So what I have to do, I have to push them forward and then flip them up.
Yeah.
So then they're like that.
Got ya.
But you know, on the plus side, mate, what I did find out, because obviously these have the battery in the front, whereas my Ambis obviously got the battery pack on the back. So you run 4 AA's in the back, so it acts like a bit of a counterweight pouch. So what I did find with this, obviously took a bit of jiggling around to find a good counterweight, because they're not super heavy. I think these are quite a light unit, but you know, to get a counterweight for these is a bit of a nightmare. But I did find one in the end. Seemed to work out all right, mate.
Mate, that looks perfect. I mean,
that's right, isn't it?
For the Ruckus, I think it's absolutely perfect. Is that a remote one as well? So you just
yeah. So you know, someone shouts contact rear, click, 150 BBs to the face. I mean,
I love it.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Mate, bang up. Absolutely perfect.
So what, do you know what? I'll tell you what, that actually sits quite nice.
Works.
That's about as level as level is going to get, right? I think
it doesn't get much better.
Yeah, sweet.
Perfect for the event.
Yeah, mate.
Richie, James been banging on about that M-Tech Flux. Yeah, it's still 250 quid.
What is that a real one? Fucking wants to be.
No, it's PTS. So it's
my
PTS syndicate. It's 250 quid. It's like got a slight protection rating.
I couldn't give a shit, mate.
FMA liner, exactly the same liner as the FMA one.
Okay, I'll catch brain damage.
Yeah, they're much lighter than 15s. I say much. We're talking hundreds of grams here, but they are lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just a quick wrap up then with the 1431's. There's 2 price options for them. There's 4,800, which will give you the unit. He's got a variety of different cases that they will be coming in, but ours came in this, which I was super. I really like this little package.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, really nice. Little padded box, perfect. I've got all my bits and bobs in there, all the other stuff that we got. Ours.
So you got a top zip there.
Little pocket at the top.
Just got all your bits and pieces in. There's a second one inside, isn't there? I think so. When you open it up, in there you got a little flat pouch, which I've got my amber lenses in.
Nice.
So I'll keep my amber lenses in there. It's got like a little Velcro there that just flaps in. Yeah, I mean, it comes with this as standard, which I think is a lovely little pouch. But obviously, I probably will get a Pelly at some point.
Yeah. So they come with that again. The buy-in with them is 4.8, which is around the same price as what you could get the Fleurs for. Now, a lot of people have asked me, Fleurs or the 1431's. There is a massive, massive difference between the two. Giant. Yeah. And it is the quality of the lenses. It is beyond, different between the two. Now, me and Richie have tried the 51s and the 40s, and they are vastly different in regards of the quality of image that you get. Now, that necessarily isn't always the tube. That is just the quality of the front and rear lens. And the PVS 14 lenses are ridiculously good.
Yeah, I think that the comparison difference, right, is like, so when we look through the Fleur, right, the 50 field of view, now take that, that lens, now bring it down to
size of my thumbnail, wouldn't it?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. But the size of a 20p.
That size of a 20p. That's what you got to look through. So rather than being like, I don't know, sort of like, here, you've got to be fucking super, super close, because you're looking through such a small piece. Rather than this, you're looking through this. So you've got to be so close to your eye to get the full picture. And I think just the clarity. So I know Jamie mentioned about the white phosphor earlier on. Now, obviously, we've gone for green. Had I had the money, I probably would have gone for White Foss, because I looked through some other White Foss that night, didn't get on with them, some other different tubes, not the Echoes, some different tubes, but the White Foss Echoes, so the Echo White Foss, I thought were really nice, really good. Had I had the money, I probably would have gone for them, but do you know what? Everyone has, you've got to stop somewhere. You have to.
They're like a slightly, like an ice blue colour. It's a really cool colour to look through. We've done the same, so we've got the same builds. Now, again, 4.8 is your entry, and that's just a lower specification for Tonis tube. It's still higher, figure of merit, signal to noise, and your LP or your line pairs than Fleur. So, Fleur use Russian tubes in their devices. So the Photonis tubes are made in France, and they're a much higher quality, higher grade tube. So even at the base level, the 1431's are better. The higher end 1431's are 6,800, and that's a 2,000 FOM Photonis Echo tube. Now you can go beyond that with White Foss, and then also to higher specification tubes. And those prices you can discuss with Baller direct, because we didn't talk about them. But the model that we've got is 6,800, and that's the 1431 body with the Photonis Echo tubes that are 2,000 FOM rated.
Yeah. And I think that the difference being in like we said about the FOM rating and stuff like that, just the clarity and the brightness of these, because they're classed as Gen 2 plus, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
that's the legal standpoint. So this is why you're allowed to travel with them, because they're from a legal standpoint they're Gen 2 plus. But when you offer these up to some other sort of Gen 3 units, you've got to have a mega trained eye to notice a difference.
Yeah.
Because we looked through some fucking blistering tubes the other night. There was, with some people, and it was, weren't much in it, mate, really, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I as much as, from a FOM figure, there was a big difference, and they were in slightly different housings. I think if you'd have put them all in the same housing and mixed them up and asked me to choose which was what, I would have really struggled. Now, we did test them in quite an open environment. We didn't do lots of closed door stuff, and then bright light, low light, bright light, low light. It's definitely, the dynamic environments that you're going to get when you are moving around with airsoft. But when you are sort of testing these, just in a static environment, it was really hard to tell, like really hard to tell. But they're
not much in it at all.
They're also, under warranty, the body's under warranty, so it works really, really well in regards of buying something legit, having the capability to travel with them, and then also, beyond that, the resale value is also very high, because again, you've got the capability of them being fixed. You can easily get accessories for them. But
I just think, like, so obviously I know, Tim, you had a mono, so if you wanted it off or you wanted to get it out of your way, obviously you'd either have to flip it up or you'd have to use your other eye, right? Whether it was using your rifle, or a light comes on, you fucking do this and just like navigate around with one eye. Likewise, my Anvis, if I wanted them out of the way, I used to sort of like look under. Yeah, it's fine. That works, right? That totally works. Or still getting used to my fucking mount being up here. You've got to then flick them up.
Yeah.
Whereas with these now, this is what I love about these, mate. Boom.
Yeah.
Just tuck them out of the way, and it's done. You can get this done, that done, and you've not got to worry about so much about head clearance, going through doors and stuff. You just put them up, and the only interference you're going to get with hitting something is here, which you can see, right? It's still in your peripheral vision, so you're still going to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
And again, like obviously, so we've got, I think there's a question come up about SAC lenses. So these are lift filters at the moment. Yes, they do only protect against green lasers, but you know what? They look cool as fuck, and I don't care. So BallerTactical is a authorized dealer for try and get
Operate. Yeah.
So these are lenses, 14 PVS 14 compatible lenses. So SAC lenses are from Operator. These are the low profile amber lenses, which obviously go on the rear. They do a SAC lens, which just screws straight in, same as these do. Now, I think he said they're rated to what, 2 joules?
2 joules point blank, yeah.
Point blank, 2 joules. So you could put a 2 joule sniper rifle here, and it would. I don't know if it breaks or whether it would stand it. I don't know, but that's fucking good for me, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's still, mate, for me, like one of the key things with this is, you know, like demist lenses, you know, SAC lenses, all those sorts of things. Like you can buy them and you can buy them cheaply. So I've got a SAC lens. This is for the rear, this one, but you know, you can pick these up on eBay. Yeah, fairly cheap. You know, fairly cheap. You know, you're not paying extortionate levels of money for them.
But let's face it, mate,
that's the nice factor.
If you're dropping £5,000 on these, 30 quid for a SAC lens, mate, is nothing, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So even if you go in for the 4.8, you know, package, you know, the lower package, you're still, you know, you're going to want to protect them and front and rears. I've not really ever tried out ambers before. I had one of the very early amber Wilcox filters, and I couldn't get along with it. Yeah. I only borrowed it for the night. I didn't use it for the whole, you know, like a long period, but I just didn't really like it. But on these, I actually really do like it because the tubes are so clear. So nice. They just take away some of that eye strain. Yeah. They're just not as bright.
So in answer to your question, no, they don't auto shut off when you do this. You can program it, you can set it to auto shut off when you do that. Yeah. If you want to.
Which I actually quite like. And I was sort of having that conversation about the on and off on the articulation. And it's just when it would go off is the good question, right? Is, you know, would it have to be all the way up to go off? Or because, you know, like you've got yours there, you know, like in quite a high position. Whereas when I was talking about mine, let me just
is it there? Is that, you know, would that be off? Would that be off? Would 90 be off, or would it be like that? Would that be off?
Yeah. You know, my thoughts are, oh, it's turning it the wrong way, that's why. Is that I wouldn't turn them all the way up, right? You know, you could just have them to that point where they hit your lid. Yeah. So like that, right? Mine are now resting on the undersides of my lid. You can just see there. But they're up enough for me to be able to see. So, you know, oh, there. Sorry, now they're hitting the lid. So
there. Yeah, likewise. Mine hit the lid there.
Yeah, so they're up enough, right, for me to be able to do it. But I don't think that, like, the ones that articulate off would be off at this point.
Yes, Winks, take it easy, mate. Catch you soon, brother.
I think they only go off when they are right up. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in which case, it doesn't really make too much difference. I think me and Jack was having this conversation yesterday. He said he always has his nods down. Much to like what you said, you know, they're always in this sort of position when he's not used them. And then it's as simple as doing that and then going from there. And again, that's the reason why the DTVNGs for me just seem a bit weird, because you can literally put them right to the very, very, very centre. Just undo my screws, my set screws. And they're in like that. Now, to me, I can almost see around the outside of these. So for me, that's, you know, almost a useless position for him to get to. You look like an expert of mine, Richie.
Hey, Marky, go give a big one step a kiss. Do you remember that scene for the Goonies? Do you remember that scene for the Goonies?
Let us know. We will obviously run them out a lot over the next couple of months and let you guys know water ingress and all the other problems that people are talking about. But I personally don't think that they would have got the units to this many people, tested by this many people without having some form of issue. I mean, I've read everywhere about these and I haven't found the problems. You know, the N17 is talking about.
No. Mate, please tell me you remember that scene from the Goonies when he cuts a hole.
Grandma kiss.
When he cuts a hole in the painting. Hey, Mikey, Your mother, your big boy's going for Chris. Mate, amazing. One of the best scenes ever. Amazing. I mean,
questions.
I think Miguel's getting the hall, mate.
Who is?
Miguel. I think I've done it for him.
Not a surprise.
Yeah, man. I think like with this, obviously, I expected these to get a bit slack over time, but you've got the adjustment screws on the back, so I guess you can tighten them up.
Yeah, just tighten them up.
The friction rings.
Well,
yeah,
that was
nice,
one of the things I think with the DTVNGs. Those friction rings are almost a serviceable component. So I definitely read about that.
Stu. So the battery pack for the 1431's is a bit different, mate, than the Anvis. It's a bit bigger, but these are a much more powerful tube. So you kind of got to run this, mate, on it. I mean,
that's it. It needs to be done.
It's a fair bit of weight, but I mean, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make, for some good night vision. So I think, what's that? 18 volt, I think it is. I think it runs on. So yeah, it should be good, man.
So any other questions, guys? Let us know.
Woo! Woo! This is when the claymore goes off.
Realise that you filled it with marbles just to shit someone up when they open it.
Yeah. Oh, so no.
More questions coming about the Ruckus. Pete
got my nods trapped up. Oh, no. Oh.
If any of you know Pete Curtis, tell him to stop being a lazy prick and read the fucking post.
What's he doing now?
He's messaged me, send me your account details. No.
Mate, no.
Read the post and send me the money.
The post.
Okay. Robson, Raider, still got all the boys in. If you're still here at this point after an hour and 21 minutes, thank you so much, all of you. You deserve a little clap. Little clap from the crowd. There you go.
Fuck Brad. Fuck Brad. Buy my shit caps. Fuck Brad. Buy my shit caps. Yeah, mate, I need a battery pack on the back of this. Fuck. Something on the back.
Yeah, do you know what? Actually, this isn't too bad, but it's just where I've got it quite tight. But I definitely want a battery pack when they release it.
But you've got better retention than mine, right? Because my retention on this is shit.
That's the really nice thing about this with that dial. The dial works really well, and I know people said to me, "Oh well, but the Team Wendy dial and all." Mate, can I justify? When I got quoted for the Team Wendy, I got quoted 300 quid. Now, if any of you can get them for $160, ring me.
Yeah,
I'll get one. Yeah, that's 130 quid. But the fucking guy in the UK wanted stupid money, and I was like, nope. And to this day, I've used this helmet at loads of ops. It's been comfortable. I've been out with Richie for months, pretty much, haven't we? Nods on.
Yeah, mate.
I had any issues, so I'm not one for buying shit for the sake of it. I'm really not. What have you broke?
The Claymore.
Is it about to go off? Yes.
Yeah.
Can you please flip your nods up at least?
No, that's super fucked, mate. That is.
I'm waiting for it to go off.
Fuck, Jesus. There we go.
Mate, why do you not leave these things with BBs in? It's such a you thing to do. A more power, baby.
Can I get a more power, baby?
More power, baby.
You goddamn right, more power.
More power, baby.
Mate, so yeah, Camo made a good point, mate. You got to be careful with these because it might set someone's house on fire.
It was Baskin did it. Yeah, I heard that. I heard it was a really bad tech house gets set on fire. Just saying.
It was that bitch Carol Baskin.
Baskin did it. She did, and then buried him in the woods.
Honk, mate. Honky Baskin did it. Richie going cross-eyed over 30 seconds of the stream. Amazing, yeah. You're welcome.
Rivers, keen to let go of your mono. It's gone. The mono's gone.
It is gone, baby.
It was all pretty succinct, all of this movement. Again, I wanted the nods. I did want to offset some of that cost. Obviously, nearly $7 grand is a lot to spend on nods. as you guys can imagine. But so I wanted to offset it, so I flipped it and then put the rest of the money in. Again, I've been waiting for a while. I know we're going to get the comments of, oh, you could get this for that, you could get that for that, you could do this. I get it. Believe me, I fucking looked into it. Me and Richie are not stupid. We're not fucking new to the scene. We know what you can get, what you can't get. We know the people that can get stuff. And we know the options. We truly do. And we know the options, not just from the retailer perspective, but the guys that make it. So AGM, Fleur, Pulsar, all of the companies that make nods, we've had some form of conversation with in the last, say, what, year?
Yeah. I think the only thing, mate, like, I totally agree with you on every point you just said. The only thing I didn't see coming was Fleur stopping production of commercial night vision units.
Totally agree.
That's the because we were chatting to Fleur about quite a bit. Obviously, this is pre BDMVGs. You know, whether that's a 50 field of view or not. Obviously, we saw them at NWA. Oh my God, IWA. I saw them at NWA.
Saw them at NWA concert, 86.
Yeah, mate. Saw them at IWA, loved them, fell in love with the bodies. Tubes are like a bit much like this. You can pay what you want for tubes. Anyway, so we sort of back that, and obviously, you know, we put guys onto that. Tim done a wicked review on them. They're quite a nice unit for civilians. But yeah, man, obviously for them to just go shut up shop and go, no, not selling them, not making them, can't get any parts, can't get any tubes, tough shit, you're on your own. Like, that's shit, man. Like, for everyone that's bought Fleurs, like BDMVGs and shit like that, to try and get some sort of support or some sort of company backing, you know, some customer support, right, after sales is fucking sucks.
It does. I mean, we don't know officially, but my thoughts are, you've got dual tube night vision available commercially with fairly decent tubes, right? Let's not say they're shit. They're not Pulsars or they're not you know, Spark Calls. They're Gen 2 devices. I wonder how many of them went down the world. I wonder in what quantities, right? How many of them were being shipped to places where they shouldn't be? And maybe that was the issue, that the leakage of product through Europe is so bad, is so significant, that maybe that was an issue. Alternatively, we heard a rumor of it probably about a week before it happened, that a few, you know, that some whispers had got out that they were literally going to close up shop. And I spoke to Richie about it, and Richie was like, really? Like, they're killing it right now. You know, they're selling so many products. You know, the warranty's good. You know, Scott's Country had fucking, you know, garage loads of them. And then boom, done, you know? Yeah.
It was weird though, how like you said, it was about 3 weeks before we heard the rumor that all of a sudden images, different forums started popping up, like people with broken mounts, not broken mounts, broken bodies and stuff, where they would split sort of here. Where the tube meets the body. And I was like, oh fuck. And I was like, I would never see that happening with a Fleur BDMVG. Never. Like, what have you done? Have you drop kicked the cunt? Have you shot footed it? What have you done? But you don't know, man. Like, they may have moved production to a different factory. They may have changed all they've got to do is put a slightly different chemical into the polymer mix, mate, and it fucks it. It might have been a bad batch. You don't know. You don't know. But either way, I think, I hope, and this is what I hope that obviously these bodies and stuff are going to be around for a long time. Obviously, the tubes, you can pick your various tubes what you want. So I think it's just a case of, you know, this will be if someone is not happy with the lenses on their Fleur BDMVGs, or they want to take their step up, you know, just like we've done, flip the unit, put the money towards these. I think it's definitely a much it's an easy, viable option, because going like we said before, going from the tiny little thumbnail 20 pence piece on the Fleur BDMVGs to these, mate, is amazing. Obviously, I've been quite spoiled, because obviously my Anvis have the same rear lens, and Tim's rear lens on his 14 was the same as these. They're quite absolutely honking that size of the moon. So you know, we're still quite used to that size rear lens. But I think if you went from a BNVD and picked up a pair of these, you'd be like, yeah, I've been fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to be very clear, because I just got a good question. So there's 2 sets of units available from the off, right? And we know the prices of them, and then they go beyond this specification. There is a lower specification Echo tube. It's still Gen 2, and it's available for 4,800. There is a higher specification Gen 2 tube that is 6,800, and that is 2,000 FOM, and that's what we've got. So if you really want to get in with a set of jewels, an entry level, and a full commercial specification, you can get them for 4.8. If you want to go for the higher variant of that tube, then there's 6.8. And if you want to go beyond that, just to be very clear, you can go beyond that, but I don't know what those prices are, and I don't know what the tubes are. So
yeah,
those are conversations.
So it's an entry level 4.8, right? If you want high level Gen 2, so it's 10. If you look through it right, it's Gen 3, but from a legal standpoint, it's Gen 2 plus.
Yeah,
it's 6.8, but like we say, from there on up, it is what it is. I got the power of the milk. It could be anything, you know. It could be it's whatever your bank balance wishes to, you know, spend really. And likewise, what those tubes are, whether you're the right side of the law, I don't know. It depends where you get the tubes from, but you know, the bodies and the lenses will be the same price.
Yeah. I'm just going through flow is going to have an effect on BNVD resale though. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, mate.
It's going to have an effect because your warranty and guarantee is no longer applicable. So I'm just talking to Parky, he's just messaged me and he was like, yeah, but your units are Gen 3. Our units are not Gen 3. They're Gen 2. Gen 3 and Gen 2 is not divided upon FOM, which is
no
signal to noise ratio times your line pairs equals your FOM. So it's a figure of merit. So the actual tubes that are in the unit are of a technology that is Gen 2. So they are classed as thick filmed tubes. And you have thin film tubes, and now you have filmless tubes. Gen 2 technology is filmed, and essentially it just doesn't have, it has an ion plate. And if you don't have that ion plate in, then you're at Gen 1. That's called Starlight otherwise. So it's not based on figure of merit. So these are Gen 2 technology tubes.
I mean, I don't know. I just said to him, here's the money. Get me something. Yeah. I went, Tim, pay the man. And he did. And this is what I got. So.
Yeah.
Thick filmed. Yeah, boy. Thicker than a Snicker.
Thick.
Thick filmed. Oh, is she thick? No, I've already fucked this.
You fucked what? The Claymore.
Yeah.
So any more we will go into NV for you guys if you have any more questions.
Yes.
So other than that, that's my thoughts on them. I want to run them out a bit more. So far, I really like them. I've used them a fair bit, but looking forward to getting out and using them in anger.
Yeah.
The Ruckus is going to be fucking insane. I know a few people have booked on. If you haven't booked on and you want to come, please book on either tonight or very quickly tomorrow, because we're only like 3 or 4 people now off. I need to check the email.
Yeah. So I think we covered a lot of the questions, a lot of the points on the Ruckus. Obviously, if you have any questions, comments, please put them below. We covered a ton of stuff on the BallerTactical 1431 BNVDs. What else was we going to cover tonight? Merchandise. So, anyone that didn't see some of the sneaky photos go up, me and Tim, we managed to get some swag on the go. So obviously we've got some t-shirts made for ourselves from Teespring. We also done a plethora of other designs around our scars and sort of THG based designs. So that is t-shirts, blacks, whites, funky colours, funky designs. There's stickers available.
Yeah.
So head over to Teespring. I don't know whether we can drop a link in or not. I'm not sure.
Teespring, or when you go on the channel, you can go to the store on the little tab, and all of our stuff's there. It got approved today.
Yeah. So I'm not going to lie.
I'll put it in now. I'll try and pin some of it.
So this is a true story, right? So obviously we designed all the swag, we put it up on Teespring, and we messaged Teespring. Was like, right, we want to get some samples of our own stuff. So basically, what would happen is, me and Tim we have to pay for our own merch, but at cost, which is like peanuts, right?
Yeah. Well, it's £2 cheaper than it sells on here. Sorry. So it's £2 cheaper than what you guys would pay, right? So we're still paying almost full price, but it is what it is. So obviously we want to rock our own swag. We want our own t-shirts. So we wanted like 2 of everything. So 2 of this design, 2 of that design, 2 of the black with pink, which I think is fucking epic. I think John picked up on that. Yeah.
So we wanted to order all this stuff, but basically you can't ship for us. They couldn't ship a bulk order for some reason. So we would have had to have paid shipping and tax on every single item.
Yeah.
We'd have ended up paying about £300 just for for buying our own shit. I was like, oh man, it sucks. But yeah, if you just want to buy 1 or 2 items, it'll be fine. It's just because we wanted so much in one sort of bulk order, I couldn't do it.
We wanted 1 of everything, and then 2 extra hoodies. So yeah, it's 18 items plus 20 items we wanted, and it was over £300 in shipping. They wouldn't do it as one bulk ship, which is dumb. The stickers do come from the US, so just be warned that if you get stickers, they come from the US. You won't get charged import on them because of the price of them. They might take a little bit longer. All the rest of the clothing comes from Europe. They're all on the same quality t-shirts. It's the medium quality t-shirt that we use. Otherwise, it's just fucking like 30 odd quid for a t-shirt, which is just crazy. And then the hoodies are, again, the medium. I think there is a high quality t-shirt in there somewhere, but I can't remember what it is. Yeah. I think it's the Scars one. It's the one that's $21.98 rather than 18 quid. It's this one. I'm just putting it in now. Just pin it to the top so you can see it. That's the premium quality t-shirt. Yeah. It's all available right now.
Obviously, I'm sure at some point we will cop some more swag for ourselves because there's some designs on there that I want that I haven't got yet. Obviously, we've just got me and Tim just got the 1 of each.
I want the pink hoodie,
mate.
The THG pink and black hoodie.
Black and pink, mate. That's the one. I think John picked up on that. He's like, mate, that pink looks fucking epic. I think it was John anyway. Yeah. Yes, Robson gun stickers. Nitro Pete just signed up for the Ruckus. Going to need to get my kit sorted ASAP now. Yeah, no worries, man. You still got a few weeks yet, but yes, brother. I was going through some kit today, and I'll be putting a video up soon. So today, my jobs were cleaning the barrel out on my M4. Although I'm not going to be using that, but just saying cleaning my barrel out. The amount of shit I'll get out the barrel from those shit BLS BBs was phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah. I also took my Camo Customs custom Glock 19 apart. Really, no, yeah, I know, mate. Really impressed. Actually, not much dirt in it, considering I slide around all sorts of shit, and I had my holster up, like the bottom 2 inches was full of mud. It's actually not that caked. It's pretty good. Even to the point where where the actual inner barrel meets the outer barrel, there's still bits of silicone oil still in there from the original build. So it was all good, man. There wasn't much dirt come out of it. It's a little bit, but not a lot. So yeah, man, get your kit prepped. Preparation. Cleaning, gun maintenance, make sure your mags are wherever you need them to be, sorting your mags out. Yeah, man, batteries charged. Let's fucking do this. It's gonna be amazing.
Pete, you've timed it incredibly well. You're probably going to be one of the last sign-ups with the way that it's looking. I haven't checked PayPal, but we've definitely got more people signing up. But very own demon. So we've got a lot going on. I'm looking forward to the Ruckus. I'm really gutted that I can't play, but we just want to make sure you guys have a fucking insane time. Again, there's very little limitations, but we are expecting everyone to act like a fucking adult on the site. Site is also fucking dangerous, and I've said this to a few people now. It's not a site to fuck about on in regards of acting stupidly. It's quite dangerous. There is fall offs, there is ledges and rocks and bits of reed bar and all sorts. So just be cautious when you're on the site. We will emphasize this on the day. For all the guys that have been down there, Robson and myself had like a 2 o'clock in the morning walk around the perimeter not that long ago, and we were talking about some of the areas of the site. So again, just be a little bit careful for all the guys that are coming. Rivers 1811. Sorry, mate. Who good things about the Photonis tubes? Are they worth the money? It depends what you want to do, in my honest opinion. If you want squeaky clean nods, you want the ability to travel, and you want some form of guarantee, warranty, whatever, you have to pay for that. Now, the quality of the tube from a performance perspective is very, very good. Now, are they on the level of a thin filmed tube in regards? The only thing where they sit slightly lower is signal to noise ratio. The signal to noise is really the thing that will tell you how dark you can go before you really begin to lose some clarity. And your line pairs is almost like the resolution of the tube to some form. And then by combining them together, you get some measure of brightness of the actual almost color of the tube to some extent. Now with thin filmed and essentially like thin filmed or filmless, you get a much higher signal to noise ratio. So it means you can go uber dark and still be able to make out some stuff. That's where Gen 2 technology or thick film technology doesn't do as well. But in regards of the line pairs and the FOM figure, the line pairs is 68 line pairs. Bearing in mind, filmless is 72. So there's only 4 line pairs away. Signal to noise is between like 32 and 36, and ours is 28. So in regards of those figures, there's really not much in it. So they are very, very good from a statistical point of view. As Richie mentioned earlier, and he's got a very trained eye to nods, way more trained than I would say the majority of people I've come across. It was very hard to fucking tell the difference between like a 2,200 set and a 2,000 set of white fox.
I was going to say, for anyone that's still awake after that little chat.
Sorry, mate.
No, honestly, like there's no one that knows more about nods than Tim. Fucking no one, right? Like I'm talking down to the fucking minuscule details, but I'm just putting it for layman's terms because I'm a fucking layman, right? When it comes to nods, like I'll pick a tube up and go, I know some stuff, but I'll pick a tube up and go, yeah, that's good, yeah, that's shit. Honestly, echo tubes are they a million miles above a Spark Core or a Cobra Demon? In my opinion, yes. Are they worth the money for that step above? Yes. If you want absolutely like seeing pitch black, super crisp, see every single shadow, right? Then you're going to have to spend another $2,000 on top of what you want for echo tubes, right? If you're looking like
$2,000 on top per tube, that is
per tube. Tube. So if you go entry level echoes at 4.8, right? Then you look at about $9,000 basically. If you want a tube to perform like Omni 8, fucking White Foss, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like now again, to try and get those type of tubes, you can probably get them cheaper. Of course you can, but they're going to be nicked. Yeah. And this is another route that we don't really want to go down. But yes, there's cheaper options to nods. Yes, there's cheaper ways to get binos. Yes, there's cheaper ways to get fucking super Omni fucking 8 blistering fucking nods. But they're probably fucking nicked out of the stores. And, realistically, do you want them to knock on the door? No, you don't. because you'll lose a lot of money and other stuff we don't really go into. So yeah, I just think, in my opinion, I fiddled with a few nods the other night, and the difference between the Echoes and some high-end Gen 3s, I really had to go, and look around and go, there's not much in it. Not much in it at all.
Yeah.
Not much in it. Just go through some of these comments. Yeah.
Go on, Richie. I'll
go
let you go into that, because obviously they were yours, but I mean...
What's that, mate?
So Grey Fox 32 said, how do you compare them over the tubes you had in your Anvis? Echoes, are they brighter?
So I would say the clarity. So this is where my Anvis tubes were a Gen 3, but a very old Gen 3. So yeah. I would say the clarity is similar. I say there was perhaps a little bit crisper, but I mean, I noticed, because I spent a lot of year time Anvis. If you went that and like that, you go and spent time focusing, there wouldn't be a lot in it. Brighter, these are much brighter, much brighter. Because my Anvis were a low Omni, they were quite a dark tube. But mate, I got on fine with them. But having gone to these now, I'm like, yeah, I'm as you said, Tim, like, we would never change nods unless they were going to be better, right?
Yeah.
So I'd say these are better. John Wilson, yeah, need that Scar HT. Yes, mate, definitely. Now you've got a DMR, brother. You definitely need that in your life. Shit, I should Glock 19. I will do in just 1 second. Rivers definitely want a Scar shirt. Yeah, man. Well, keep up, because fucking, I think Radiofile's done it. Radiophile have now bought a Scar t-shirt. You people keep taking my money. It's not us, mate. I'd love to see some of the money. It's just predominantly Teespring. What did you get, mate? Did you get Tim's Scar L or my Scar Heavy, or the cross one?
Both. I like the both.
The both. Camera Custom saying to lube my loading nozzle. Could you please let us know why that is important? Because I'm quite intrigued.
Oh, pistol nozzle, yeah.
Oh, pistol nozzle, because I will do the video. I'll put the video up. It's just a real basic video of me just stripping this and servicing this basically. I love it, mate. Like, so if you do this, right, it feels a bit floaty and a bit weird. Put the mag in, mate. All of a sudden, it becomes the most perfectly balanced machine I've ever held in my life.
Looks like your gun from COD.
Look at that. Look.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, that's
perfectly balanced, mate.
Just show you in. I don't know what I'm doing. It'll show you in comparison what mine's like. Mine will just flip backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice, man.
Just to show you in comparison, watch how quickly this is going to drop. It's nowhere near, like, no balance at all. Look.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, in the video, literally just obviously just lubed a lot of the rails inside, a little bit of grease, a little bit of oil, obviously all silicone on the rails and stuff. Nothing too heavy. Obviously, I made the mistake when I first started out with pistols. I was putting loads of lube on, and it was getting gunked up. But yeah, less is more, guys, on this. And obviously, I will do a video. It's nothing amazing, nothing groundbreaking, but just shows you the stripping of this, which is quite nice. Yeah, I actually love this thing, man. So we have white light, we have IR as well, and just literally just a clone RMR. Oh, if I can get it, there we go. Somewhere there. But you get the trick. Yeah, love this, man. Love this. I'm considering doing it. I've got 2 pots of Hotshot .4s up in the loft, up in the man cave. I'm thinking about keeping that, getting tack belts to make us up a little bag, and I'll just keep .4s separate for this, just to run this. Because obviously I run it on 3.2s, and I've pretty much got the hot wheel all the way off. Yeah. To get this to run flat on 3.2s, I think 4s you just get that super straight.
I've been trying mine on 3.2s as well, and I've got to admit, my hop's nearly all the way off, and they sail so far I can't see them.
Yeah,
the range on the pistol is pretty crazy. You know what camo can get out of these things is pretty crazy. So guys, if there's any more questions, obviously please feel free to fire them over. If you do want like a really nerdy video on night vision, I'm sure we can put something like that together. I definitely want to play with mine and try it out, and I will get back to everyone. The water ingress and the sort of concerns from people. Just be careful what you're reading online. You know, at the end of the day, if it's from a competitor, you really have to question their motive. You know, essentially what this body is more adjustable than DTBNGs. It looks better. It looks like 31s, and that's what most people would want if they could get night vision. It takes a lens that is very commercially acceptable online, and there's lots of accessories for it, and they're cheap. And they've come out at like half the price of something on the market, and they have diopter adjustment. They've got a direct shoe on the top for wheel clocks. I've got mine lanyarded on, but you can see that there. So just be very careful on people's motives with listing online. I can't see it personally, but I will test you. And obviously, if I have any issues, me and Richie don't back shit. So if there's any issues, you guys will know about it, and you'll see the progress. It will go back, it will get fixed, whatever, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I think that's it, right? Because obviously, like, no one wants to drop some money, and on a chance that these might not be waterproof, right? So, end of the day, this is why me and Tim are here. Realistically, one, because we love the fucking cool shit. We love having nods. We love having cool fucking nods. But likewise, guys, you know, we always try and take the plunge first. You know, a lot of it's because we want the cool shit first. But we do come up with a shitter now and again. Do you know what I mean? We've also we've taken a leap a couple of times, and it's bitten us in the arse. So realistically, guys, like I say, we'll try these. We'll run these out, all weathers. You know, we'll put them through the tests, through the paces. And like Tim says, if they do suck and they leak, and it does, like the review says, they leak like fuck, then obviously we will eat our own words, and obviously things will be, you know, a review will go up to that extent to say that, you know, that they're not completely waterproof and perhaps not worth the money that you spend on them. But you know, we're trying to remain open-minded. You know, we've got these on good authority that these are good. So until they prove otherwise, I think these are a really good solid unit for especially value for money. Yeah, that's the key, right? Value for money.
There's also no other jewels other than Acting Black, and right now you can't actually order from their website anyway, that's out there on the market. Right. Now, AGM have promised that they're going to come to the UK.
Yeah.
And will be retailed in the UK. AGM are Fleur units. They're not different. They are Fleur units that have been rebranded for sale in the UK under another parent company. Now, if I was Fleur and got slapped on the wrist for selling units in the UK, but I was making loads of money, what I would do is I'd phone one of my mates up who's got another company and say, do you want to release a new product? Yes.
Hey,
you know, night vision friend, you know, you sell night vision and we sell night vision. Well, we're not allowed to sell night vision over there anymore. So do you want these units?
You want to
give us 5% and we'll give you a pallet of them.
Yeah.
I'm not speculating, so please don't, you know, no tribunals, please. But they are coming to the market, but they are Fleur units or replicas of Fleur units, or they're Fleur bodies and lenses at least.
Yeah.
They do a 40 option, they do a 51 option, and they are going to be coming out soon. We don't know when. They said that they would do harder tubes or Harris tubes, which is needed now a little bit, but they have confirmed that to me on Instagram, but via conversation, that it is definitely not going to be L-bit tubes because they are ITAR.
Ah, right. Okay.
So they're either
they're going to be low-end Russian tube.
They'll be Russian, yeah.
Like
same as Fleur. Right? You know, they didn't get a spec sheet with Fleur because they didn't want to match their tubes, because it's harder to do in batches with Russian tubes because they're not made to the same standards as Photonics or L-bit.
Yeah. So, right, guys, we're about 6 minutes off of the 2-hour mark, I think. So any questions, any comments? Because I think we'll call it 2 hours, I think. We've run through a lot of stuff. obviously, mate, like Radio File, thank you so much, mate, for going and buying the t-shirt, even though you did get the wrong version. Scar H, you'll get the fuck out. But no, so guys, there's some real cool merch over on Teespring. Tim's pinned it at the top there, so please check it out. Obviously, me and Tim will be going and buying some more stuff from there. Believe it or not, we do have to pay for our own shit. It's unbelievable. Can't believe that.
We have paid like the same price, bar £2, but by the time you put a postage on, you know, it's next to...
How do we earn any money? How?
Well, we don't. I mean, we set we set the profit below.
I just meant in general. How do we earn money? We don't.
We don't. No, we don't earn money. And you know, if you don't believe us, guys, do this. If you don't believe us and you're a pessimist, go on Teespring, set yourself up an account. You can do it really quickly. Quickly make yourself a t-shirt, put design front and back because that adds cost, and then go to the recommended price. And the recommended prices are so much higher. I think the first recommended price for the cheapest t-shirt, bearing in mind we use the medium t-shirt, like in level perspective, that cheaper one is more expensive than what we charge for our medium. Yeah. We literally make nothing off it. No. I think we've had about 100 sales on there, something like that in total, and I think we made like 40 odd quid.
I know. So obviously, those of you guys, if anyone's still with us, and those of you guys are going to be rewatching this and you made it right through to the end, congratulations, you've reached max level. Please hit the next stage to complete the game. There is a lot of cool stuff coming. So we have more videos in the pipeline. That is both artistic / cinematography style, as well as review videos coming. We've got some super cool announcements coming from Camo Raids, Camo Customs, some stuff that's going to literally anyone that thinks they're a tech, just give up now. You're fucked, mate. This will blow the top off it. So super cool stuff from Camo Raids as always. What else was there? There's some cool stuff coming from Vortex UK. So
new optics
and new optics and safety wear. Yes, I forgot about that. So yes, obviously now we're not giving too much away. I run this product for about 6 to 8 months, maybe a year. Loved it already, and it just so happens that Vortex UK have picked it up and have got behind it. So yeah, super cool stuff to come from them.
Also, if you are interested in a new TM or you are looking or shopping for new guns,
yes,
there is rumor of a literal boatload of stuff coming to Camo. So if you are after something and it's not currently in stock, please call them, because they will have stock coming in pretty soon, and they have a lot of it. So again, any questions now, guys, fire them in. We've got a couple of minutes left. We'll answer some questions, but lots and lots more shit, lots and lots more stuff. And then also the event, 3 weeks time. If you are not signed up and you want to come, please sign up tonight. I don't think tomorrow's going to make it. I need to check my phone after this, but we are literally at the top limit of where we feel comfortable. So if you got mates, if there's people you want to sign up, message them now, get them fucking signed up.
Brooksy's still waiting on his UH1. Oh, Brooksy. Mate, on the plus side though, mate, like if you leave it a little bit longer, mate, you might get the Gen 2. Just saying, mate, you might. You like, I think in the next batch you might get the Gen 2. So every cloud has a silver lining. Rivers 1811, great session, lads. Thank you, mate, and especially love the talk of nods. Gonna buy the Skyro hoodie now. No, not the L. Get the H, mate.
Yeah.
Big boys have the H. Stu Leader, JCI TAC mic update. So I'm going to be running out. I set my rig up today, funnily enough, to run out on next weekend for the night game. It is only a night game. Do I need to run dual comms? No. Do I want to try out the dual com? Yes. So, like anything, mate, I want to give it a full test. At the moment, I absolutely love it, but I want to try and find some flaws at it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brooksy. So for Merrick himself, king of camo raids, Gen 2 Brooksy. There you go.
Gen 2, mate. There you go.
There you go. Fully upgraded MP7 coming from camo. Ooh.
Nice one, Gary. Nice one, Gary. Yeah, mate. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean,
talking of MP7s.
Oof, there she blows. There she is. Anyways, Stu Leader, why are you not coming to the Ruckus, mate? Why not? Is it because you are gay? What are you gay? Oof, that pursed, mate. That pursed.
Dial it down. Can you see it
yeah.
down?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
Woo,
yeah.
Down. Up.
Yeah.
All the way down there. Just a little
also,
just to...
Yeah. Also, I mean, I love Tim's purse. I do. But anyone that knows me, so Tim is just running a visible pointer and an IR pointer. Yeah, mate. And an IR pointer on that, right? Yes. Anyone that knows me loves an IR illuminator from a pet box, like a spot flood illuminator. Now, for me to get that from the purse, obviously, it's going to cost me, I think the purse 3 is $928, right? Oh. It works out about 800 and something pound. There may be an alternative coming to the market soon in the shape of a PEC 15. That is visible laser, IR laser, illuminator, flood, spot, and strobe function as well. Obviously, I should be getting my hands on one in about 4 to 8 weeks. There will be a review, and then obviously I'll give you a link to where to get them from.
Yeah, boy.
But they should be working out about 600 instead of 8.
I should have my MP7 upgrade back from camo in time for the trees. Can't wait. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, mate. Like imagine MP7 at night in the trees.
Yeah,
mate, just bouncing from tree to tree. Cat, next tree. Cat.
Love it,
mate. I'm so jealous. Tim, can we go? I'm so jealous.
We can, but
can we go? Tim, please, daddy, can we go, daddy, please, daddy, please, daddy, please.
Tight for our weekend next weekend.
I know.
But it doesn't stop us driving during the day Saturday, getting there for Saturday night, clapping a load of people up, leaving Sunday morning, and then like ghosts in the night. Why you do this?
Why are you here? GF32, yes, mate. Invisible sight. I love this guy, mate. He's on the ball.
He knows.
Yes, mate. Yeah. So we've got a contact for them that should be getting quite a few units into the UK at a reasonable price. So yeah, I know, mate. Honestly, MF83, I'd love to go to the trees. Because obviously, last time me and Tim went, we took the pit bikes. Loved it, absolutely loved it. But god damn, it was -10. It was so cold.
November, wasn't it?
Oh, I thought it was February, January.
Oh,
it was January.
Yeah, I think it might have been, yeah. Either way, it was cold.
Cold, mate. Cold.
When Matt's cold. When Matt's cold, you know it's cold. The guy doesn't.
Yeah.
He has no emotions and no sense of temperature.
Nothing.
Sorry, Matt. I'm joking.
he's got a black heart and it beats backwards.
If you're truly dedicated, you'd go. Oh, don't. Any more questions, guys? DM us. I want to go because my beer's both empty, and
likewise,
a lot of detail on this. If it's been a bit dry, I'm sorry. It's my fault.
So first things first, thank you so much for everyone that's joined in. All the questions are awesome as always. That's the one thing I love about the guys that tune in, mate. They've got some fucking epic questions and banter as well. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's always awesome.
Could you, if you are still watching, 49 people, if you all drop a like, we'd love you so much because it helps the video stats. So
so please just hit like.
You enjoyed our content. So please, that'd be fucking cool. If you, again, last warning, if you want to sign up to the Ruckus, or you've got someone that wants to sign up, just do it ASAP tonight. Go and check the post out and sign up, because I think Pete Curtis is going to miss out at this point because he still hasn't signed up because he wants my information.
But just go to the post, mate. Go to the post.
It's very simple.
John, mate. John, yes. I'll go and meet you at the Amberland, baby. I'll meet you there in 5 minutes. Meet you at the Amberland. Meet you at the Amberland.
The Amberland.
I'll go meet you at the Amberland. Amberland.
Don't you worry. Connor, looking forward to seeing you, mate. It's been a long ass time. Haven't caught up with you in a long time, so looking forward to seeing you at the Ruckus. Jumped on it super quick, so fair play to you boys.
Yeah,
they're dead early. Anything else?
Just in Brooksy. I mean, Brooksy's post is hidden because he keeps swearing, but and thanks to the undercover acting black dude for his shit.
Yeah, Callie. Sat there. Yeah. Oi, Richie. Oi, you know they leak, didn't you? You know they leak. Yeah. I'll tell you what, my mate had one, and the lens fell out, and he tripped over a penguin and got shafted by a bear.
Right, Tim, did you know a mate of a mate, right, once had a set of these, yeah, right? He sneezed so hard, the lens popped out. Do you not follow the lens? A blind dolphin fell out of his nods. Blind dolphin fell out of his nods. Lay on the floor with his white stick. Clang, 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 clang. Fucked.
Oi, mate. I tell you what, though, acting black. If you want to go there with 90 grand and 2 kidneys, they'll sort you out a mono. How about that? If you want an acting black t-shirt, you can have it. 6 grand.
Six grand and 3 toenails.
Yeah. They're shit, but acting black are really good. If they want to hoof your mum and dad out and then just remortgage their house.
Yeah. Sell your mum and dad, right? Cut off your left foot. I'll give you a discount code for acting black. They won't leak.
2.5%. £3,000.
They won't leak. Yeah. Right.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. All 48 of you. Love you so much.
Yes, awesome.
Do the thumbs up face.
The thumbs up face. Oh!
Bye from Acting Black.
Yeah. So, Tim and Richie, the Heresy Group, sponsored by Acting Black.
That's going to be the screen grab for the video, 100%. No, on a serious note, if you are you want to speak to anyone about nods, speak to BallerTactical. He's on a different time zone at the moment, so it might take a while to get back to you, but he is a fucking genius. He makes me feel like an idiot when I talk to him about nods. He really does know his shit. If you want to go screaming legit and be a cool kid with Jules, they've got really good entry price, and if you want to go through to the moon with your tubes, you can. So definitely go and fucking talk to him. The guy's a genius. Like, he literally knows everything of everything. He makes me feel stupid.
Just, everything's an option. Just chat to him. He's a super friendly guy. Like, he'll chat to you about different options. What you can do, how much you want to spend, what do you want from it. He may even have your old nods off you, possibly. Don't ask, don't get. Simple as that.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a beer and I'm jumping on the. Thanks, everyone. Please drop a like on the video. Love you.
Waters.
Please don't shop for that black shit.
I need another beer. Can you tell?